Excuse me, what do you want to do tonight?
Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. I was just reading this very expensive leather book.
If y'all aren't awake, you're about to be. You know, you got the food coma setting in, and this guy is like a verbal ignite, okay? So I hope, buckle up, get ready. And, I am extremely honored to introduce this guy. And he's a blast to work with. You absolutely never know what's going to come out of his mouth. We've done hundreds of meetings together. And he's one of those guys, you're standing there with your prospect, and he walks up, and you're excited he's walking up, because you know he's about to bring a lot of energy to it, but you're also slightly nervous, like, man, I wonder what he's going to say. And it always ends up great. So this guy, he brings a ton of enthusiasm to our business. He's 100% committed, a success. Get ready for the one, the only, Ben Jones!
This place about to blow.
What's up, everybody? Guys, I got HD ADD, baby. Guys. Hey, y'all calm down, man. I'm trying to talk now. Come on. So, what's my dream? I dream real big, How many of y'all got really cool moms? Anyone got a real cool mom? Raise your hand. Wait. All right, keep them up. I want you to add all your cool moms together. That's how cool my mom is. Yeah, that's right. Hey, but I'm going to tell you guys a story, not about how cool my mom was, but one time my mom, she really messed up. She really messed up. It was the day before fourth grade. There's some things you don't tell your son the day before fourth grade. Great. So, my mom, she has a family meeting. She says, guys, I've been on this brand new thing called the internet. Everything on it's true. Everything. I Googled that, actually. And she said, I did some research. Search. She said, your great-great-great-great-great-grandma is a Blackfoot Indian princess. She done told the kid before fourth grade that he's royalty. Say, what? So, she going on telling, she said, yeah, man, I've been on Google. This is a brand new thing. It's all real. And so I went into fourth grade. You tell a kid walking his chest out a little bit. I just walk a little different, I say, hello. Got a feather in my hair. I'm pumped. I'm telling you, I'm pumped. I've been an Indian for one day, and I'm pumped. It's fantastic. So, y'all calm down. So a couple years back, and I'll tell you, it changed my life. It revolutionized everything about me. I was royalty, boom. So, a couple years back, my mom gives me a call, and she says, hey, Ben, how are you? And I'm in Finland, and we're talking. She's like, yeah, great. She said, hey, you remember when I sat down the family, and I told you guys that your great-great-great-great-great-grandma was a Blackfoot Indian princess? And I said, yeah. How could I forget? Still got my feather, right? Well, she said, Ben, your great-great-great-grandma is a Blackfoot Indian princess indeed. It meant something different than we thought it did, though. And I said, wait, what the heck? What is that? She said, well, your great-great-great-great-great-grandma was not a Blackfoot Indian princess. She was married. What it meant was she was married to a slave. And I remember all of a sudden, it hit me. I said, my whole life, I thought I was a fast white guy. Now I realize I'm just a slow black guy. I was like, that's it. I'm just slow. It all made sense. And it was fantastic. Today I'm going to talk about belief. Anyone in here dream big? Come on, we dream big. I love you guys, man. I love speaking to people who can dream big. Belief. An acceptance that a statement is true or that something exists. Trust, faith, or confidence in someone or something. Belief is very important thing. One of the things I want to cover today is this. Your life, your entire life, it shrinks or expands in proportion to one's belief system. Your entire belief system, your views, your opinions, absolutely everything expands and contracts in accordance with your belief, in accordance with your... If you really knew just how important that statement really is, your business would explode alone. You know, I noticed another example of belief and the differences. You know, sometimes I occasionally walk by a mirror. You know, and there's difference in guys and girls when we walk by mirrors, right? You know, I walked, it was the other day, actually. I walked by the mirror, and I walked by, and you got to do one of these, like, hey. I said, hey, baby. I said, you should see me right now. And then she goes, is it that 20 pounds of fat you put on the last 6 months? And I'm like, hey, calm down. And I said, no, it's this arm. It's looking really firm today. So you should come see it. And yeah, and it's crazy because the same situation, two different people, one can walk by a mirror, and I mean, have y'all seen my wife, how beautiful she is? Give her a round of applause. Yana Jones, oh my gosh. Hey, that's proof I'm a good recruiter right there. That's proof. And she said, you know, she can walk by the mirror, and she's gorgeous. I mean, this girl's spotless, beautiful, and she can find that one little thing, you know, and fix it. I'm glad she fixes it, because some people dwell on it, right? But she can fix it, and it's good. It's good. But it's so weird. Two people can look in a mirror and see totally different things. Do y'all know what I'm saying? You know, tell you, the way you look at yourself matters, people. The way you look in the mirror matters. So there's a man, he's a gentleman, and he's sitting on the park bench. And this was way back in the 20s, and he's sitting there, and he's just distraught. I mean, his life is just messed. You know, he's got a business, and it's falling apart. Bills aren't being paid. You know, things are really struggling. Things are going wrong. He doesn't know how he's going to pay his reps. He doesn't know how he's going to do any of this stuff, and he's freaking out, and he has no clue, and you can tell. You know, someone's just totally in despair, just doesn't know what they're going to do. And a gentleman walks up to him, and he says, sir, hey, see, I can see you're struggling today. He said, I'm going to change your life. I'm going to help you, son. And he pulls out his billfold, and he says, here. And he takes out his check, and he puts something right down on the paper, and he hands it over. He said, meet me here in 365 days, okay? I'll be back. And he leaves. And the man, very confused, still upset, goes, and he pulls it out, and it's a check of $500,000 signed John D. Rockefeller. And he goes... And he runs. He goes to the bus stop. He runs up the stairs of his office. He gets up. He gets to his vault. He opens his vault. He takes that check. He gets pumped up. He goes to his desk. He starts making phone calls. He gets on call. You know, he's saying, you know, these old school phones. He said, please, hey, I want you to call these people. I want you to get everybody together. We had something crazy happen. Boom, boom, boom. Gets a boardroom. Gets them all pumped up. Puts the check in the vault. Locks it. Boom. Next thing you know, sales records are being broken. Boom, 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 boom. Next thing you know, people are pumped. They're energized. They got $500,000. John D. Rockefeller behind them, and they're pumped, and things are going great. Records are getting broken. Companies getting out of the slump. Everything's going great. Boom. 6 months later, great. Boom. Records. You know, his company's all just gigantic. 365 days later, he's calm in his excitement. You ever been really excited and you're trying to walk fast, but you're trying to keep your cool, you know? You know what I'm talking about? But anyways, and he walks up and he says, he's at the park where the gentleman said, where John D. Rockefeller told him to meet in 365 days, and he looks around, he doesn't see him, and he says, oh, great. And the older gentleman's approaching him, and he approaches him, and he says, he's about to talk to him, and all of a sudden, a nurse comes out from nowhere and goes, oh my gosh, good thing I caught him before he talked to you. This old gentleman snuck out of the old folks' home, and he keeps telling people he's John D. Rockefeller. Believe. Your belief is a seed. What you believe, your belief system, your value system, leads to your thoughts, which leads to your words, what you say, how you talk about yourself, how you talk about others, how you, either you're negative or you're positive, which leads to your actions. Augmentino says, weak is he who lets his thoughts control his actions, and strong is he who forces his actions to control his thoughts. And your actions lead to your habits. Og also says, I will form good habits and become their slaves. If you're sitting here and you're wondering why your business isn't growing and you're wondering why things are going bad, take a look at your habits. And your habits lead to something that's very scary but very powerful. Your habits lead to your values, which lead to your purpose, which lead to your story, which leads to a very scary word for people who aren't straining their potential until it cries for mercy. Your legacy. You know, people always look at legacy. What a cool word, right? When you're sitting on your butt and you're smoking cigarettes and you're eating potato chips and you're complaining about life and the government and all your situations, your legacy is not a positive word. And your legacy can be one of two things. It can either be a catalyst to motivate, power, inspire, ignite, the people around you, or it can be a virus to tear down, to destroy the family you have, the friends you have, the relationships you have, the things you have, your legacy inadvertently either destroys or empowers everyone around you. And it all starts with, wake up people, it all starts with. I got them going. I like that. Okay. There's a quote that says, "A candle loses nothing by lighting another candle." I encourage everyone in this room, learn to light other candles. Stop hogging it. Stop. What's the last four letters of enthusiasm, people? IASM. I am sold myself. If you're not sold, no one around you is going to be sold. And don't blame it on the company. Don't blame it on your friends. Don't blame it on the government. Don't blame it on your situations. Don't blame it on your skeptical nevers. Don't blame it on the industry. Blame it on yourself. Someone needs to believe. Someone needs to light yourself on fire, and people will come for miles to watch you burn. Love you guys. Thank you. So there's another man. The man that maybe ignored the gentleman in the park. He's laying in his hospital bed, and he's looking around, and he's coming to. He doesn't have much long to live. And he's laying in his hospital bed, and he's looking around, and he sees these people, but he doesn't know who they are. But he says, guys, thank you. Thank you for coming to say goodbye. And an older gentleman in the back of the room slowly walks up to the front of the hospital bed, and he grabs that gentleman's hand, and he looks at him, he says, we're not here to say goodbye. We're your hopes and your dreams and your goals and your potential. And we're here to die with you. That rocked my world. And with big angry eyes, they looked at him and they said, "We came to you, man. I'm a dream that came to you." Don't tell me, don't raise your hand, but who out there, despite being pumped up, despite being excited, despite having the emotion of this seminar, are murdering your dreams? Some of us need to have an alone time with the mirror when we get home. Because it's the worst people to murder. Because they came to you. I am here for a purpose. And that purpose is to grow into a mountain, not shrink into a grain of sand. Henceforth, I will apply all my efforts and become the highest mountain of all, and I will strain my potential until it cries for mercy. Og Mandino, the greatest salesman in the world. Because I will. You are the CEO. I'm so mad all you speakers stole my material. Man, you're the CEO. You're the vice president, right? You're the regional account director. You're everything in this business. Guys, you are the CEO of your business. Stop blaming marketing tools. I know they rolled out some new marketing tools. If you think that rolling a new marketing tool is going to save your life and fix everything, sometimes you might have to have that consultation with that mirror. You're the CEO of your business. You are the vice president of your business. You are the marketing officer of your business. You are the PR of your business. And sometimes you're the only fan of your own business, right? But you got to stay hungry. Man, I love it. They changed my line, and this looks better. Yes. You got to stay hungry, and you got to eat the right things. A lot of us want to complain and whine about what's going on in our life, but the truth is, we all know we got to stay hungry, but we got to eat the right stuff. I like to compare it to actual food, too. If you're putting a bunch of McDonald's and pizzas and hamburgers and even In-N-Out Burger, which, my vice, and all these things, but you put them in your body, don't expect to, when you eat a big health shake, to feel good. Your body subconsciously becomes immune to the good stuff and starts focusing on the bad. You got to stay hungry, and you've got to eat the right things. I could do a 30-minute seminar on that right there alone, but I'm going to get cut off if I'm not careful. You got to believe. First off, I think it's imperative that you believe in yourself. Because you're the only person who's going to be sitting in that hospital bed looking around and saying, I'm so sorry. Because death is a crazy creature, and it can sneak up on you and almost take the ones you love really, really fast. So if you're sitting here and you're waiting for the right time or the right moment or the right opportunity, or you're waiting on somebody to help you or your upline to support you, then you better go right onto the mirror, because I got a real good person that's going to help you, and his name is Y-O-U. You got to believe. If you don't believe, no one else will. Thank you.
Tuesday, what do you want to do tonight?
Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.